All right, hey, what's going on, guys? How do you do? It's your boy Gray here, and welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, last night on 3 different platforms, I asked you guys, what is your Call of Duty hot take? And in today's video, I will be reacting to some of the things that you guys said. And stick around to the end of the video where I will give you guys my personal Call of Duty hot take, which I believe will get some heat. Oh, and also, I won't be able to read out everybody's comments because that would take a very long time. But depending on how this one goes and depending on what the reaction is from you guys, maybe this is something that we can try doing once a month or something like that. So do me a favor, man. Drop an early like on today's video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications. And here we go. All right, let's start things off here with Los Angeruski, who said, I don't mind the battle pass or the store. Obviously, I wish they handled it better. That is a hot take. I mean, not everybody enjoys the store. Not everybody likes the store and buying stuff from the store. But I agree, man. I don't really mind the store. And I agree with what you said. I wish they handled it better. Literally, the reason I'm making this video today is because I was supposed to cover a bundle today, but it was a bundle that had literally 1 operator skin and 1 garbage ass blueprint, and it was in the store for 2,400 COD points. I mean, the operator skin is awesome, but a bundle like that with the items that are included should be at most I would say 1,600 COD points. Maybe if you really want to push it, maybe 1,800, because the operator skin is really cool. But I agree with that, man. Yeah. All right, this next one here is from Sabra. It says, Call of Duty needs a competitor to keep it innovating. Right now, they're just cash grabbing with no worry that anyone will take a cut of their FPS pie. I don't know if that's as much of a hot take as it is just the straight up truth. 100%. That's one of the... You know, right now, Call of Duty can really get away with a lot because they know that they're really the only multiplayer first-person shooter game that looks and feels the way that it does. You know, sure, we got games like Apex, and sure, we got games like Fortnite, and, you know, whatever other game that I can't really think about at the moment, but there is no game on the market right now that feels like Call of Duty, in my personal opinion. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited, and I just can't wait for XDefiant. XDefiant was the last game when the beta was out that really felt somewhat close to a Call of Duty feeling title. All right, next one here. Crippling Power says 2019 Call of Duty was the best. That to me is a hot take. You guys know how I personally feel about Modern Warfare 2019. The sad thing about that is that I kind of agree with what you're saying, because I have gone on record in saying that in almost every single aspect, Modern Warfare 2019 was literally hands down one of the best Call of Duties. Visually, graphically, the weapons, the gunsmith, the multiplayer maps, the bundles, the tracers, the operator skins, the way the game looked, the way the game felt, the audio, the mechanics, the modes that we were able to play and stuff in it. It was fantastic, but when it came to actual gameplay, the developers really, Infinity Ward, the developers who worked on that game really screwed the player base, in my personal opinion. You gave all of the advantages to the lower skill players just to make them feel like they can compete. It just sucked playing a very unbalanced Call of Duty, my personal opinion, and that goes for every Call of Duty. Next one here is from Petrol Lover. He says, I got more used to Gunsmith than the P10. That might be a hot take. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are big fans of the P10 system. I love the P10 system. That was good. That was a good system. I personally, though, I think the Gunsmith is a lot better. More specifically, let me say this. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Gunsmith was probably the best that we have seen, and they've never really gone back to that style of Gunsmith. All right, and next one here, guys, comes from Jake's Cardboard Creation. Says, modern Call of Duty is more focused on trying to add ice, spice, and rappers than make a good game. Again, man, I don't know if that's as much of a hot take as it is just kind of just straight honesty. You know what I mean? Your comment made me think of this, and this happened about a week ago. Do you guys remember when Call of Duty servers were down and nobody could really play the game, and there was a lot of lag issues? But the Call of Duty shop, the COD store, still worked perfectly fine. So I 100% I understand what you mean, and I agree. They need to focus on making a better game. All right, next one here is from Dan Russo. My bro says, Infinite Warfare was really good and nobody gave it a chance. Oh boy, that is a hot take right there if I've seen one, man. That is definitely a hot take. I personally loved my time on Infinite Warfare. I think I 100% agree. It was a great Call of Duty. It just wasn't given a chance, but I understand also why it wasn't given a chance. People were sick and tired of the jetpack, the advanced movements and stuff like that. It's just one of those things that I completely understand both sides. But Infinite Warfare, the game on its own, had it was a really fun game to play, and I had a blast covering it. It was the Call of Duty that started on the YouTube channel here, and I really enjoyed that game. All right, next one here, guys, from Mr. Mao, if I pronounced that correctly, says Modern Warfare 3 isn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I guess that is a hot take. I guess there are a lot of MW3 haters out there. In comparison, in my opinion, in comparison to what we've gotten in the past with games like MW2, games like Modern Warfare 2019, and a lot of people disliked Vanguard. I think in comparison to those games, I think MW3 is doing a fantastic job. I've gone on record on Twitter recently, and I've gone out and said that Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 has been one of the best things that we have experienced, aside from bundles. Just the gameplay and the events and the maps and the weapons and the zombies and the, you know, all that stuff. I think Season 2 of MW3 has been one of the best seasons that we've seen in the game in a long time. All right, next one here, guys, and I believe this is pronounced Shamocious, maybe. He says, Call of Duty Ghost didn't deserve the hate. That is definitely a hot take. There are so many. We were just talking about that there are a few MW3 haters out there, and, you know, Infinite Warfare hate and stuff like that. Call of Duty Ghost got a lot of hate, and you guys, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know where I stand on COD Ghost. I loved COD Ghost. I played Call of Duty Ghost for 2 years because I never played Advanced Warfare. So I stuck with COD Ghost, and I enjoyed my time with Call of Duty Ghost. It had a lot of great innovations. Yeah, some of the maps were a little ridiculous, but I feel like every Call of Duty has ridiculous maps. The game was a lot of fun. I certainly had a blast playing it, and I honestly wish that I had started my YouTube channel with Call of Duty Ghost, because that game had a lot of stuff to cover. All right, moving along here, man. Next one is from InfinitusPatient. He says, I love short time to kill Call of Duties. Lots of opportunities for multiple kills. My favorite COD is Modern Warfare Remastered. Also, I have mad respect for people that camp effectively on tiny maps. That's pretty hard to do when everyone's coming from all directions. Better than holding a random building on a large map. But let's go in order here. I guess we'll start with the time to kill comment. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a hot take. I know the majority of the community would disagree with that. Fast time to kill Call of Duties have not really been in the favor of a lot of players. Modern Warfare Remastered was fantastic, and my first Call of Duty ever was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on the PS3. So the remastered, I love the remastered, and I still play it every once in a while to this day. Really fun going back to that one. Really great game. And lastly, your comments about camping. Here's my personal opinion. That was a hot take, 100%. My personal opinion is that camping in any manner on any kind of a map is absolute trash. That to me just shows me like, hey, that person is absolutely garbage at the game and doesn't have a lot of skills and needs to hide. So I never see it as like, oh, it's a good thing in any sense. I always just see it as you're really bad at the game. Damn, how's that for a hot take, huh? All right, next up here, guys, from AngelSeph. He says, Vanguard was the most fun I've ever had with a Call of Duty, and I've played all of them, and it is easily the most overhated game ever. That hot enough for you? God damn, that's a hot take, brother. No, that was a hot take, 100%. And you know what's funny is I agree with you. Not entirely. I wouldn't say it's the most fun I've ever had with a Call of Duty, not by any means, but I did have fun with that Call of Duty. In the last 7 years that I've been doing Call of Duty, Vanguard was maybe one of the worst years that I've ever had on the channel. Just there was no love for that game, which sucked because I really enjoyed it. I thought I had a lot of fun with it. All right, next one here, guys. We got a couple more. We got like 3 or 4 more here. Fuser1 says jetpack COD over boots on the ground. Oh, buddy. That's a hot take. That's a hot take, bro. I don't know if I would say over boots on the ground. Like, I like jetpack Call of Duties, but in rations. I think the big mistake that, you know, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, the big mistake that those guys did was they did it back to back to back. If you're going to release a jetpack game, it has to be just peppered in every couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we've had boots on the ground for what, like 6 years, I think? I think right now is a great time to release one advanced movement jetpack Call of Duty and then go right back to boots on the ground. But that is a hot take, bro. All right, next one here, guys. We got from Dedicated Gura Simp Lord. It says Modern Warfare 19 is overrated. You know, that goes back to my hate of MW 2019. I would agree with that. Yeah, I think in general, I don't really see a lot of hate for that game. And on the contrary, like if out of 10 people, 9 out of the 10 will be like, oh, it's a great Call of Duty. I love that Call of Duty. And then you have the one person like me that'll be like, no, I hate this game. I guess that is a hot take because, yeah, I would say a lot more people would disagree with that statement. All right, we got one here from Dodger. He says, Blackout is overrated. I played my share of Blackout. You know, I felt like at the time for what it was, and looking back now, I think it was a fine battle royale. I think it was really good. I've never really been the battle royale guy, but I got a couple of wins in Blackout with friends. A couple solos, nothing too crazy. I loved watching people like Spiros. That's where I came across Spiros, and I loved watching people like him play the game. People who really knew how to play BRs. You know, it was really fun to watch and to play. I think it was a good game. Would I say that it's overrated? I don't know if I would agree in saying that it's overrated. I think Warzone is more overrated than Blackout in my personal opinion. We got one more after this and then we'll wrap up here, guys. So this one is from Vic the Boss. He says BO4 was the last great Call of Duty. Hey man, I low-key gotta agree with you on that one, and my reasoning is because when I look back at Black Ops 4, there isn't a Call of Duty after BO4 that I personally would match in saying that I had as much fun with. Like, it was the last Call of Duty that you could literally like play matches and like watch something on Netflix or on YouTube or watch TV. All Call of Duties since then, it's like you're playing for the CDL championship title. You got to lock in. But BO4, it was something real fun about it. I personally loved it. I kind of got to agree with you on that one. All right, and this is the last one here from you guys. And after this, I will give you my personal hot take. Here it is from Ali. He says Vanguard was better than MW2. That is a hot take. I think that is a real hot take, man. But the thing is, both games caught a lot of hate. So I think it's whoever has the more hate. I think Vanguard has more hate than MW2. But as an overall game, I don't know if MW2 is worse or Vanguard is better than MW2. I don't know. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, man. Here is my Call of Duty hot take. I'm gonna break my Call of Duty hot take into 2 parts, which basically revolves around the same thing. All right, I'm probably gonna catch some heat for this one, but it is my truth. And my hot take is that Call of Duty Warzone is the worst, if not one of the worst things to have happened to Call of Duty. That's part 1. I'm not even done yet. You ready? There's another part to this. My part 2 to this is that Warzone, in comparison to actual multiplayer, 6v6, 10v10, whatever, ground war multiplayer, Warzone is absolutely garbage. And there are a lot of things that I can pinpoint to like make my case, but this would turn out to be like an hour-long video. I have one thing that I want to point out that I feel like nobody ever talks about when it comes to Warzone. In multiplayer, I can use any weapon and any build that I want, and I will have a good time, and I can probably hold my own no matter who's in that lobby. In Warzone, every player is limited to 2 to 3 weapons that they could use to stand a chance in Warzone. In order for you to jump into Warzone and use any weapon and any build that you want, you gotta be a top insane player. I'm talking Iceman Isaac. I'm talking like people I'm talking people like Iceman Isaac. I'm talking people like Booyah, Swag. I'm talking people like Spiros, people like Z-Laner, people like freaking, who else? I don't know. There's a lot of these top players out there. And by the way, this is coming from somebody who played Verdansk, and I haven't really played Warzone since then because I've tried Warzone since then and I just haven't really enjoyed it. I did enjoy Verdansk, and I got a bunch of wins, and I got a bunch of high kill games, 20 plus, 25 plus games. It's not difficult, but I think without a doubt, multiplayer is a much better Call of Duty experience than Warzone. And I honest to God wish that they would just remove Warzone from this, from this menu. Just make it its own app. Just 100% remove Warzone from anything relating to multiplayer, zombies, DMZ. Just have Warzone be its own thing on its own app to do whatever it wants. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my hot take, my Call of Duty hot take. Big thank you to everybody who left their comments, anybody who left their hot takes. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a like on today's video. And let me know if this is something that you guys want to see again in the future. We can definitely do more of these down the road, like maybe a once a month type of deal. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to reading your comments and everything in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to as many people as I can. If you guys are thinking about getting any Control Freak products, you can always check out their website, link in the description below. You can use code GRAY at checkout to get, I believe at the moment, is a 15% discount off your order if you use code GRAY. If you guys are thinking about getting anything from G Fuel, currently having some G Fuel myself here. If you guys are thinking about getting anything from G Fuel, highly recommend checking out their website, link in the description below. You can use code YTGRAY at checkout to get a 20% discount off your order. And lastly, if you guys are thinking about getting a new controller for PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, highly recommend checking out AIM controllers, link in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, man. I really appreciate you guys a lot. We got a lot more content coming up on the way. Stick around, give us a follow outside of YouTube on our social media platform, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'm gonna call it there for me today, you guys. All right, thank you so much for watching. Till the next one, my name is Gray. Peace.